joined them with first manager Chris Search, looking back and reviewing a victory over Canvey Island. Obviously for the Concord supporters and the committee members, that's obviously all we want from today afternoon, but probably for you a bit of a different ambition, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm not obviously I'm grateful that we won. That wasn't the result in terms of the exercise that we wanted today. You know, the idea was to come here and make sure we got minutes in the legs. Of course, you know, the winner in injury time was the icing on the cake. But for me, as I said to the boys, it was irrelevant, to be honest. You know, it was about getting minutes in the boys' legs. You know, coming through unscathed. Unfortunately, Teddy, who you'll probably be announcing later, picked up a slight injury. So we'll assess that in the next couple of days. But other than that, it was a very good exercise.
Obviously, two different 11s really. Well, pretty much first half 11 and the second half 11. Was that just to make sure everyone got at least 45 in the legs today? Yeah, I
mean, we've only had sort of 3-4 sessions back, so the boys, you know, in this heat as well, the boys wouldn't have been ready to do any more than that. I mean, Jaden done 90, and Ben done probably 70. Melvin done sort of 65, 70 as well. You know, slightly different for a goalie, but yeah, it was really just to make sure that everyone got some minutes and pushed the maximum capabilities at the time, which I think, in all honesty, is probably 45 to 60 minutes.
Obviously, it's nice as well that we got some of the younger lads out there today. Obviously, Tommy got 15-20 minutes in goal, kept a clean sheet as well. Was called for a bit of action. Obviously, Jack has scored as well. The only goal in that one was Lewis, so we'll go down in Concord history for scoring in the Island derby. But obviously, the big thing you've tried to do is get more young players involved, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, you know, as I said before, you look at the youth within the club. I think we've won 4 out of the 8 Essex Senior Cups last year. You know, we had numerous league titles as well amongst that as well. So the youth at this club is excellent. You know, for the level. You know, so we need to sort of try and use that to our advantage. We need to try and get these kids in and around it. You know, Jack's come out of the 18s last year, loads of ability. You know, ex-Southend United trainee. You had Sam Carr missed out with a groin injury today. Again, another kid. Alex Hernandez, Ben Search. You know, so we've got Alfie Whitaker as well. Started the first half today. So we've got 5 or 6 boys that are in and around it pre-season. You know, as I said, and I've always said, you know, if you're good enough, you're old enough. You know, so age doesn't matter to me. You know, we had Mamadou Job last year at 18 come in. Miles Roberts, the goalie, at 19. So, you know, they had a bit of an aura about them because they're professional clubs, but you know, they are young men in themselves. So there's no reason that we give opportunities to these boys. If they take it, then they'll keep their shirt.
Obviously, you said that the lads have been in maybe for a couple of weeks now. How impressed have you been with how they've applied themselves to a pretty gruelling pre-season for the sessions that I've seen?
Mate, they've been excellent. I mean, we trained over at Civic College. The pitch, to be fair, is quite dry. But it is what it is, you know, and the boys have just got on with it. They have I haven't had one complaint. Week in, week out, they turn up, they do their runs, they do their rondos, their keep balls on a bobbly pitch, and the level's been excellent. You know, really, really good. I've been so happy with how they've executed it. Their application has been top drawer, and their focus. You know, I've got a really good group. You know, the group's going to be a lot more streamlined this year, as I've said before, because of how we need to financially manage it. You know, I've got to pay the players that I need to play. We're going to streamline that. We're going with quality over quantity, and it'll be backed up with a young guns. You know, a little bit cheaper, and that's the truth.
Obviously, as well, moving on, East Thurrock on Tuesday, and then is it 7 more games pre-season, I think?
Yeah.
And then obviously Hungerford away on the opening day, and we'll touch on the league season and the fixtures. I'm sure you've had a little detailed look at them, but the aim for East Thurrock on Tuesday again, are you going to make some more players have the full 90, or just ease them slowly?
I think we'll ease them slowly in. I think they need to recover well tomorrow. We'll see. I dare say I'll have a few messages overnight and tomorrow with some aches and pains, so they'll have to manage their bodies accordingly. You know, they'll have work on Monday, so it's not ideal, but you know, they need to manage this. This is non-league football, you know. So they'll have to manage that, rest up, and then Tuesday the idea will probably be a similar sort of format to tonight, and then we'll try and streamline it going forward for the coming weeks. But yeah, at the moment it's a case of having some bodies around the group to make sure that we've got options. You know, some of the trialists come in today and done quite well, so we want to take another look at them.
Obviously, the fixtures announced earlier this week. We start the league season away at our friends at Hungerford, and then have the visits of newly promoted Taunton as well as Dulwich, Oxford, Ebbsfleet and Chelmsford. How are you looking at those first 6 games of the season in August?
The league's going to be tough, you know, as it always is. You know, 4 teams going down this year, so you know we got to make sure that we start brightly. You know, that's why pre-season is imperative we get it right. You know, all our focus on as a management team and me as managers, making sure that we're ready to go on the 6th, you know, for that first game. You know, all our emphasis is make sure we're 100% our maximum capability and capacity on that day. So, of course, we want to have a good pre-season. We want to go in there with a bit of confidence, but it's just to make sure that the boys are fully match fit. But yeah, that first month, you know, it's going to be tough. There's not one easy game again this league this season. You know, Ebbsfleet are going to be up in and around it. Dulwich, you know, they've made some good signings and astute signings again. Chelmsford, you know, Adam Drew's come in and he's made some brilliant signings. So yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting start to the season.
And then obviously you've touched on one of the new signs at least. Obviously they'll be announced later today, probably before this interview goes out as well. But obviously Ricky Modeste and Teddy Perkins coming in.
Yeah.
Ricky, as people know, has been an experienced winger. He's played at a lot of clubs in Kent especially, and I think he'll be too. And Teddy is a young lad, centre half, has been at Tunbridge and obviously signed for Canvey a week and a half ago and has now joined us. How impressed are you to get, or pleased for you to get those two, and what do you think they'll bring to our squad?
Yeah, Teddy's. I think when I ended the season, I needed a bit of experience in the back line. I felt I needed an experienced centre half, and or a goalkeeper, or both, if you like. You know, so we actually went with obviously Melvin, which meant I could maybe go with a bit more youth in the back line. Realistically, you know, some of the players I looked at with the experience was going to be too expensive for us. You know, that's the honest answer with it. So you know, Melvin ticked the box with the experience. It meant then I could look at someone like Teddy, who's a better value option, if you like. So that was important. We got him, and then you know, Ricky Modeste, as you say, you know, even though he's 33, 34, I think Rick, you know, he still runs like a 20-year-old. You know, he's still got pace. He's still got that turn of pace that he's always had. You know, he's direct, as you saw today. He'll bring us a lot of fouls in the final third, and he'll work hard going backwards. So Ricky with that experience as well will be a great addition, along with Teddy.
Perfect, Sergio. We'll leave it there, and we look forward to catching up with you as pre-season goes on.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Ken.